voice, it's speaking to you tonight. You'll hear a second voice.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I would like to express my love and appreciation for each one of you for showing my consecration video a lot of love. I truly am humble and I appreciate it. And today we are going over the sword because I did make it a little bit different than I said I was going to be originally, but that's okay. Now this is obviously post-ritual. So let's get started with the sword itself. Now I took a thing of copper wiring and I wrapped it around the handle because copper is a conductive metal for energy. It's also Inanna Ishtar Astarte's metal. It's associated with Venus and all that good stuff. So I wrapped the handle with a thing of copper wiring for conducting your energy. And as I said in that video, the sword is an extension of your body. And copper wiring makes that possible. And then we get to the, I guess what would be the hilt area. I tried to make an elaborate 8-pointed star. But, well, you can tell it's an 8-pointed star, but it's not the best. But, you know, I did what I could. It's not like a dagger or anything. I mean, it's a fucking sword, so you gotta be careful without whacking yourself or your surrounding area. And then we get to underneath, which is the cuneiform way of saying Ishtar. Now, I could have easily said Inanna. I could have easily said Astarte, because it's the same person. It's the same goddess, just with a different name. Now, I chose Ishtar because I'm more familiar with that name even before I started my path. I chose the Babylonian representation of Inanna. Because quite frankly, I love that name. That's still the same person. And if you read the Simon Necronomicon, it often switches around. So, my idea was to write the name that means a lot more to me, which is Ishtar. And then, unlike the copper dagger of Inanna, which is a stick drawing of the 8-pointed star and the little loop at the end, I decided to make it a little bit more elaborate. Actually draw the star. Write her name in cuneiform, which, to do that is to invite more energy into your life. Because names have power. Especially when it's written in the ancient ways. And if you saw my Ereshkigal Chronicle videos that talk about where she gave me her sword in my vision, this is it. It's her sword. So thus is why I marked it with her name. the exact same logic and reason for the copper dagger. So I wrote it in the style of the Necronomicon, but a little bit more elaborate. And then as we go to the fine point of the sword, I wrote the word destiny in cuneiform. Again, in that same video, she gave me her sword to use to cut my destiny, to shape it, to mold it into what I want it to be. You can't escape the fate, because fate is a fixed point. But you can sure as hell shape your destiny. So I wrote destiny to give it that more, how do you say that, more feel to the ethereal version of her sword. Because this sword is the physical representation of that sword. And it is indeed the closest I could get it to that. So when I am doing rituals and spell work that call for shaping my destiny, making my life better, I will have the sword in my hand to wield it. Now to explain why I chose the invocation of Ishtar from Sabidi is because I wanted to invoke her energy through me to give it to the sword, which you saw my hand positioned. The left hand sucks it in, the right hand pushes it out. Basic Energy 101. So by invoking her, I'm drawing in the energy and I'm pushing it out into the sword. To give it that more oomph, if you will. So, that being said, I didn't put the lapis stone on the sword because, quite frankly, I didn't have one flat enough as I thought I did. Because I thought I had a lapis stone that was a little bit more flatter. And I did not. But that doesn't matter because the sword's been branded with her name and symbol. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you want to come find me, my links of social media are in the description. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it. And with that, cool runnings, Ireites. I love you all.